Alright everybody, welcome back to a new edition of Survival Stories. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been doing ComputerCraft stuff and I got something so very cool to show you. Check this out, we have a screen and if I go ahead and press the cow button, the cow will be inserted in the auto spawner. Now let's do that again, shall we? Let's try witch. You'll notice how it switches to cow and the current mob says witch. And there's a witch in there. Oh yes, baby. Now I gotta say, I'm so very excited for this whole test lab thing, and I'm very excited for this specific build. Back in 1.6, back in Minecraft 1.6, I built this, and I think even Direwolf built it. Although I was first, of course, you know. No, but a lot of people probably built it using the Direwolf 20 button API yes, using his code basically. But I've written this completely from scratch, and I'm using the Touchpoint API. And for those of you who are technical, I made this completely dynamic. Now, what does that mean? Well, I'll show right now, okay? Basically, this copper chest up here have all the different mobs in it. We'll go ahead and make sure that we can collect all the different mobs, and obviously we'll have to probably upgrade it from a copper chest to something bigger. Thinking filing cabinet, just between the two of us. But I can go ahead and pretty much alter this chest how I want. I could do like this. And I'll take out mushroom, and then if I go out, I go down, and I switch out the current mob just to get a refresh here. As you can see, it just reorganizes everything, and it's fine. It's totally fine. It doesn't care so much. So I'm very happy about that. Very happy indeed. Now, the way I did this, I will do once this is completed, and it will not be completed even in this episode. There is a lot of code to do. I'll show you quickly, briefly, the programo. It's quite a bit of stuff, and this doesn't even, you know, this is a very early prototype. It's not even alpha. It wouldn't even make alpha. But once it's done, I'm gonna go ahead and put up a separate video where I explain everything and share the program with you all so that you can use it in your own world. But the way this works, to explain this quickly, is last episode I was talking about RedNet and how that works. We're using that, but we're not using it for what I was thinking we were going to use it for. Instead, I've hooked up a modem that goes all the way up here, and that is connected to this copper chest. Now, copper chests cannot be connected directly with ComputerCraft, so that's why I'm using this bad boy here, the peripheral proxy. Basically, if you have a block that can't be read by ComputerCraft, you need to use a peripheral proxy. Okay? So basically, when the program starts, it has a function which lists everything, all the content in this chest. And then it creates a little table, and it creates buttons for it, and then it outputs it to the screen here. Okay? So that is the very first thing that it does. Let's just see, so that changed. It did, very good. Then I've written some functions for the buttons to basically be able to send a signal to this chest here and to move whatever item slot it's in, which I save in the table. Again, this is a lot of mumbo jumbo, but hey, it's did I just say mumbo jumbo? I mean, this is a lot of me talking and explaining weird things, okay? I understand that, but trust me, this will be so worth it in the end. So where we're at, a button will then send a signal to the copper chest to move whatever slot number I've saved in the button array down there, or the button table, and it will move it into the gold chest. So you'll put it right there, for example. Now, I don't want to do that right now. Once there's something in the gold chest, I have SFM taking over. And basically I have a condition that checks the gold chest. Any side is fine. And then if there's any Safari net and I'm using match all, then go ahead and do an input from the mob spawner. and move whatever is in the mob spawner back to the copper chest. So I'm always assuming that something's in the mob spawner. And then go ahead and move from the gold chest down to the mob spawner. So basically, if I put this here, it should clear out the villager that's in there and put the villager in the copper chest without ComputerCraft. See? And we have the villager in here. So that's very fancy, I think, combining both SFM and ComputerCraft like that. Now this bad boy here we were talking about the last episode, and I think we can actually go ahead and break him. We're not gonna need him. No, 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 no. So that's very cool. I want to today. I don't want to do so much more code today. I simply don't have time to do any more coding. I've actually been coding here for like 11 hours since the last episode. But I want to get this room designed, and I have some pretty cool idea for the bottom of this that I want to share. Before I do though, I also wrote a spawn exact thing here. Remember, we talked about sending down a turtle not to take up spawning spots, and that turtle would then alter the auto spawner and change this setting here. So we can go ahead and press this, and it will send down everything. But there's a little bit of a problem. If we now take a look here, it still says yes. Oh, by the way, it goes back up automatically. Let's do that again. Yes, it doesn't change the exact thing. Now you may think that my code in the turtle doesn't work, but you're wrong. If I manually send this down, okay, so that it stays down, and then I just left click, or sorry, right click, I don't know left or right, I just right click the turtle, it will indeed work. So if I... Oh yeah, okay, I need to send the signal as well. Shoot. I cannot demonstrate this. What I'm getting at is, if you remember when we were doing the project manager, if you send a computer or a turtle in a drawbridge, it works, it saves the settings, but you need to right click it in order to activate it. So we ought to fix this. We have to install something here that will right click the turtle without taking up spawning spots. It may be a little bit tricky, but I have an idea that I want to check out. The way this works, by the way, the drawbridge is just through redstone. So I'm sending a redstone signal, and I'm actually not using bundle cables. Those of you who know ComputerCraft will probably say, why don't you use bundle cables? I'll explain that at a later time, why I don't use bundle cables. But I'm using a redstone signal right over here. And basically all I do is I send a redstone signal to the drawbridge, wait 5 seconds, then I send a rednet message. You remember the Skype message to the turtle? And then I wait 1 second or 2 seconds, and then I send it back, or I send this pulse. I switch this pulse off. Very, very simple indeed. So what I'm thinking then is we do something like this. We put another advanced drawbridge right over there. And I believe we can send a tesseract, and I also believe we can send an autonomous activator in it. So let's do that and try and get the autonomous activator to right click on the thing. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to want to do 1, 2, 3, tesseract and autonomous activator. And I've already programmed the tesseract to be on the right power channel. So hopefully that saves the settings. And we should now be able to do something like this. Shift click that down. Boop. Strong signal. Fine. Fine. And hopefully they will come down at the same time. Yes, they do. Here's a little bit of an issue though. Shooters. And that's a little bit of an issue as well. Why you no take the rest? Stupid shrew? That may be an issue with the tesseract. That's fine. We could probably work around that by using cables here instead. Because I know that we can also send the pipes, these bad boys, transfer pipes. And we probably need the energy transfer pipes. And then we'd probably need one of those nodes from extra utilities. Yes. Let's just try that real quick. And if that works, I'll try and figure out how we switch the autonomous activator around, because that is really bothering me. Maybe we just do that actually. Let's try that first, and then let's do boop 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 boop, and let's remove the tesseract then and do something like that. And go ahead and connect this bad boy up again. So I'm hoping, by the way, I'm so into this right now that I don't even ask how you're doing. I hope that you're doing well, I should say. When you're watching this video, I am most likely certainly on DreamHack. And this is a backlog episode. Did that just work? Like the side of it? Oh, I think it did. Oh no. Crap. See that again. Yeah, I'm probably over at DreamHack, having a lot of fun with meeting a lot of cool people. Okay, so it's facing downwards. Interesting. Meeting a lot of cool people, and maybe I meet one of you guys there. I don't know. But wanted to point out, backlogging episodes. I haven't really read the comments from the last episode yet, because that was only recorded for me yesterday. Okay, so if you had any complaints or any worries or any awesome feedback, I'm sorry, I haven't seen it yet. Why will you go only down, you thing? But that actually gave me an idea. Oh, hold on. What about doing this instead? What about changing you out for an autonomous activator? And will that have to be like that then? I wonder if that affects the turtle. It does affect the turtle. It does switch the turtle around. Which means that I'd have to change a bit of code. But that's fine. I can live with that. And then what we can do with this bad boy is simply send the energy cables down like that, I guess. Let's try it out. Yes, that connects up. Excuse me. I wonder if it would work if I put the Tesseract first. It seems to cut wherever the Tesseract is. So let's try that as well. Oh yeah, I need a I need an energy node as well. Oh, that works. Okay. So what if we take you out and switch you in there? Now we're getting really advanced with these drawbridges. Oh, that works. Okay. We just need one right click here, so we don't need a lot of power or anything crazy. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and change the program of the turtle real quick, and I'll come back to you and we'll see if this works. Alright, program all set up. I set up a little bit of a manual RedNet thing here so that I can send signals outside of the touchscreen. But let's try this out, shall we? This can go away. Here we go. Please work. Oh, yes, baby! Oh, did you guys see that? Okay, let's try that again. So you know, I'm not even going to touch it. Okay, I'm going to stand over here. After that turtle goes up, it should be set to yes. Oh, snap. That is the most coolest thing. No. All of this double extra thing that I'm doing here, I'm very happy that that worked, by the way. I cannot hide it. I'm so happy. This thing here is just because you need to right click the turtle. Okay, had ComputerCraft initiated correctly in a drawbridge, I wouldn't have needed any of that we just did. But, you know, we work around things. That, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very, very happy with. The next thing that I want to do, I want to leave ComputerCraft for a little bit. And I still haven't updated SFM, so we cannot get power to this guy yet. But I want to work a little bit of the design here. I think we've done a lot of ComputerCraft now, and there are people that want to see other things. So, the idea I'm having, if we were to do a Tesseract real quick over here. Boop. Make sure that you're sending... Yes. If we power the auto-spawner at this stage, we are going to be spawning mobs, right? Now, for this test chamber A... And I'm guessing a lot of people may be confused about this already. For the test chamber A, the only thing I want to do is be able to select mobs and then they are being killed by grinders. There shouldn't be anything else. Then we have another test chamber where we do Killer Joe, or another test chamber where we'll do, you know, autonomous activator sword killing thing. But in here, I want to do harvesters. Harvester. I want to do grinder. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves a grinder. And we're also going to need some conveyor belts. Poop. And a grinder. I'm actually going to see if I can craft this. Almost. Nearly. I'm going to put that in my inventory, by the way, because otherwise I think my AI system will throw it away. That's how we configure things. Do we need anything else? I'll probably grab a sledgehammer, just you know, it's been a while since we set up a grinder, so that you guys can see one of the issues with the grinder. And then, yeah, let's put the grinder down here. Boop. And we're gonna switch you around. Now, the grinder is one of the very few MFR blocks that we can't upgrade. We cannot upgrade it with upgrades or anything. And it's just a 5x5 cube. So what we'll have to do is put down conveyor belts where it doesn't reach. So I'm probably gonna do something like this. Now, on the fan server, Joe and Skolda, two of the players, they have a mob grinder, and they're using multiple grinders, and according to Mr. Joe, it's because they want to increase the speed at which it kills the mobs. That is pretty clever. I don't think speed is a thing in this specific build, but you know, I wanted to mention it for you guys. If you want quicker killing of mobs, he's probably right, and you could probably achieve that by having multiple grinders, all set on different tick rates, basically. But we're gonna go ahead and lay down some conveyor belts like so. Then, and here's where I think this build is gonna get pretty. I don't really like seeing these conveyor belts, and I suggested to RW Tema that he makes it so that any block above the conveyor belt will still push the entity. So if I would stand here, I would still be pushed. Where did I get that idea from, you wonder? Well, if we take a look at Ice, right? Ice works that very same way. That very same way. Worth the way same way. If I have ice underneath a block, I'm affected by the ice. Okay? That would be a super cool function in extra utilities, and I hope that one day that will be added. I've suggested it anyway. But it's not in there now, and so we have to come up with another clever way of hiding the conveyor belts. And I've been thinking about this, and I'm desperately I'm very eager to try this out. Let's do this. Cable camouflage. We're gonna try and make, I think it's, is it these? Yeah, let's try that out. Let's grab an inventory machine thingamajiggy and do this. So the cable camouflage, the cable camouflages, if you remember correctly, we can first of all set whatever block they should look like. So if I do set camo and I do dirt, we'll go with the hardened fancy dirt, and I connect this up, that turns into hardened dirt. Yes, but the more important thing here, and we used this when we built our table, we should be able to do bounce, update bounce, collision from 0 to, can I do from 0 to 0? Can I set this to be a non-colliding block? Because if so, you guessed it, we're going to be able to build something very pretty. That doesn't seem to work. That doesn't seem right. Oh, I can also just unmark that, I guess. And do I need to... Here, let's do this. Let's first clear the camo. Clear camo, yes. Boom. Aha. And then let's do this. Boop. That's a collision. That gives me a collision. What am I doing wrong here? Ah! We need transforming cable camouflages. Of course. Okay. That's cool. So I think that we could do this. Let's try that as well. This is just a regular cable camouflage. Camouflage transforming cable camouflage. Camouflage. I can't say that. You crazy. We do that. And hopefully there be magic now. Oh, but it doesn't show. It doesn't show. That's sad. Update bounce. Oh, okay. I know what I did wrong. Here. We have to set this back to the whatever it was, because that is the size of the block. Yeah. And it's invisible. Oh, snap. Okay. Okay. Do you understand what I'm thinking here, ladies and gentlemen? Do you understand? We're gonna grab some transforming cable camouflages. These bad boys. I'm gonna have to craft them up off camera. it seems, because I'm freaking poor on these. I should really make them work in AE2 auto crafting. Yeah. And then we're gonna come down here and we're gonna do something like, we're gonna keep it 3 tall, something like this, right? And we're gonna grab one of these bad boys and put him in the wall or something, and then write a little bit of code, and we will put these blocks to be a designed color. All right, are we ready, people? I say, are we ready? On your mark, set, go. Aha! Now that is amazing. So with the flip of this lever here, I can turn these transforming cable blocks, thingamajiggies, camouflages, into what is currently dirt, but more importantly, ethereal dirt. Many of you may think this is weird, but it will look absolutely gorgeous in a minute. We're gonna change it out to something else than dirt though, and what I'm thinking is we do Corp is the name. Boop. And let's try that. Aha! One important note to make is that I had to turn them into advanced cable clusters and then put the transforming cable camouflage in there, because otherwise they aren't connected, so then it wouldn't work. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is so very cool. Now, I want to get to designing this praise and see if we can make it look super pretty. The idea is, I'm going to go with Corp down here. I'm actually going to just enclose this. It'll be cool to have access ability to be able to turn this thing off, I guess. But for now, you know, we can just enclose it. That's fine. Oh, I just realized I have my headphones backwards. I hear the things in the wrong ears. That is really annoying. I just recently, by the way, I've just recently switched from my headphones, from my SteelSeries headphones that I've been using for years, and I'm now starting to use earbuds, I think they are called, instead. And it's such a relief to have earbuds when you record, because when you do like a long session, you know, it can actually take... I wonder if you even can hear me with this noise that the one is making. When you do long sessions, it can actually take quite some time to record. I could be sitting here for like 8 hours straight. And I have a huge ass microphone right in front of my face. Right in front of the face. Let's see, how do we want to lay this down? Let's change these out for... well, maybe we want to do this. Yeah, let's try that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you get very sweaty. I get very sweaty anyway from having big headphones, and they're heavy, and it's just nicer with earbuds. So that is that. So my idea for the design of this room, as you can see, we're gonna spend a little bit of time trying to get this room to look pretty. My idea is we do that, and then we have to find out some kind of glass, and I'm actually thinking we haven't done any glass in a while, but earlier in this series we always used this, I believe, the steel framed glass. Let's just see how that looks, shall we? Yeah, I think that is pretty good. I think that looks great. Those of you who know me knows that I really like my the like stripes here. I really like to see that it's glass. Maybe we try out this other one, the stone one as well. I can't remember which we used, but one of these I really like. I think this may be the one I like better though. Can I get my builder's one perhaps by any chance? Yeah, I think I like that better. Or maybe we do something completely different for the glass. For the walls then, I'm thinking we may want to actually push the walls back a little bit. But I'm thinking we go... Hey! Stupid thing! I said lab block. I'm thinking we maybe go like this, right? But with a very flush white wall, and then we could do the mint thing that we did. Or... another theory that I had was to put like glass in front and then have like... Oh jeez, I just changed up everything behind here. There's a cave. I shouldn't have done that. Crap. Another theory or an idea that I had was to change it out for... what did I say? No, never mind. I forget what I was gonna say. I gotta tell you guys a story though while we work here. Today, I finally got the time to watch a little bit more YouTube videos than I regularly have time to do, and it's a thing that I very much enjoy to watch YouTubers. You know, I like to see what they do and get inspired. One of my favorite YouTubers, many of you know this, is BWO. Much for his building skills, but mostly I would say for his amazing commentary skill. He's a very great commentator, I think. And so I take some inspiration from him, and that's fine, I think. That's he'll survive. He got millions of subscribers. He'll survive. But he, in the episode that I saw, was a Building with BWO episode. He was speaking about success in not just YouTube, but also in life. And I thought I'd just share basically his message. It was so well said. You should go and watch the episode if you have the time to. But basically, what he said was that, and I so agree with this as well. I'm a bit older than most of you watching this, I assume. And if you want to get successful at anything in life, anything at all, okay, make sure that you, how should I put this so that I don't say it in his exact words? Make sure that you always follow through with your goals. Set up a goal and then follow through, okay? Don't give up, ever. I'll give you an example. This looks pretty plain and boring, by the way. We'll fix it. I'll give you an example. My younger brother has been wanting to become a policeman, work for the police, for as long as I can remember. That's been his dream in this life. And my younger brother is super fit. He's a super fit guy. He trains a lot and he's very clever. His mind is very much for justice, which is like perfect things for a police officer to be. And in my book, he's always been perfect. But because of different things, he's you know, been unlucky and been timing hasn't been right. Okay. Then finally, the other week, he got accepted. And this is after a lot of applications. He didn't give up. And the difference between a person who can get successful and a person who doesn't get successful is the person who gets successful gets beaten down as many times as the person who doesn't get successful, but he raises up one more time. That's the difference between a winner and a loser, I think. So keep that in mind, everybody. Keep that in mind. Maybe we go with this tinted glass instead. I can't really decide. I'm not super happy with how the box here turned out, but I got the walls installed, and I was thinking lighting, yep, is definitely an issue. So a lot of people seem to like these radiant lumium lamps or the lumium lamps. Where's my multimeter thingamajiggy? Oh my goodness. There it is. Found it. A lot of people seem to like these lights, and there has been quite some discussions in the comments over the last few videos in regards of which color we should use for these. And you're right, maybe we shouldn't use white. I just don't think I haven't fallen in love with any specific one. We could do like a cyan tone, but that looks very cold to me. So I'm not sure. If you have any suggestion, of course, feel free to do suggest it. As for this thing in the middle here, the cables, I'm going to switch out for cable camouflages, so we can actually design that once I'm done with all. I want to make sure we can update Steve's Factory Manager add-on thingamajiggy first though. And the drawbridges we can cover. The ceiling up there, I'm thinking we just go corp, actually. We make it like very dark. Everything is corp. But I think that would look pretty good. But I'm very much dying to try out how this thing works out, and then I'm gonna have to wrap up for today. We're out of time. We're probably over time already, which kind of sucks. You know, this is my last Survival Stories recording in quite a while because of DreamHack and all that. Although you're watching it when I'm already there, so for you it's fine. Did I really run out of corp when there's one more to go? You gotta be kidding me. There. No. There. Boom. Thank you. Okay, so let's get out of here. Boop, boop. And that looks pretty cool, actually. Oh, I should have put covers on those. Never mind. Let's try this out. So this is not started at the moment, I don't think. Let's restart. Well, let's restart it because I did change out the spawn eggs myself manually here just a second ago. There we go. Current mob 0. We'll go with villagers for testing. And that switches to villagers. Perfect. And now that should start doing things. Start spawning. Oh, baby. I got the grinder installed as well. But look how they fall through the floor. That is amazing. Oh, they just disappear. We can hear them down there. But we could always sound muffle the place down there. I think this is so very pretty. Oh my goodness. Let's go down here and let's do a little bit of a... Stupid idiots. Get out. There. Maybe we do another one later. But we want to have sound up here for sure. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I may work a little bit more in this room. Actually, how did the lighting turn out? Pretty well. I like that. Do we want to keep it dark there? Probably not. We probably want to install some lights in the roof or if this in the ceiling. But I'll do some more of this once I'm back from DreamHack. We're gonna do, of course, some covers or strips. These bad boys, I think, is what we use over here so that we cover up the yellow. I'll work some more on this program. But for now, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Make sure you give me some feedback. Make sure you talk with me in the comments. I will read everything and I will probably respond if it's a good comment. Anyway, thank you again and I'll see you in the next episode.